Right, so trying to get this up and running. Maybe it's working, maybe it's not. Okay, cool. Right, so Q&A, preseason Q&A. We're gonna sit around here, just kind of chill. If anybody tunes in, great. I'm just simply here so that people can ask some questions. Nobody's on, so I'm kind of just talking to myself right now. Just kind of sitting in here, talking to myself until somebody gets on. Right now, I'm the only one on. I believe Grim will be joining me here in a few minutes. I'm going to chat with him, but he hasn't joined up yet. And if nobody gets on, and not necessarily online, but if nobody gets on to ask questions, that means to me that everybody knows and understands everything that's going on this season, and so we should have zero issues throughout the season, which would be a blast. Go over a quick rundown. So if anybody tunes in later and they want to know the drivers list, I'll do that here in a few seconds. Of course, while I'm on here talking to you guys or myself, I'm going to be, doing stuff around my house. So I'm making a coffee, because who doesn't love coffee with whiskey? Kind of my go-to thing here in the bright early mornings or 2 in the afternoon. Also, if you guys haven't checked out Pro League Summer Showdown, qualifying is happening right now on the console side. If you guys want to check that out, they're at Texas Motor Speedway this time, 43 laps, 3 times wear. You're going to have to save about 3 laps if you want to make it the distance. It's not necessarily as easy said as done. Still the only person on the YouTube. Awesome. Good support out there. Right, Cheerio. So we'll start with the Monday group. We got a few people on the waiting list for Mondays. We have sitting waiting on Mondays. We have Buck and FMF trying to get in on Mondays. On Tuesday, we also have Buck. He just wants to race sliders, whichever night opens up first, and then Spanker. And on Thursdays, we have a ditch digger trying to get on. So we have a few people. Right, drivers. Mondays. In the O2 truck, we have Sports Legend. He's in the 00. In the 2 truck, we have Tollison. In this truck here, the 3, we have Denkate. In the 4, we have young boy Terrell. He's changed his PSN to something new. I don't have that right offhand. In the 8 truck, we have Wicked Gatekeeper. The 10 truck, we have Cola Motorsports. Maybe you guys have heard of him. The 13 truck, we have P Cola. 15, Fire Slayer. 16, Racer X15. Number 17, Do the Do _9. And number 18, The Private Patent. He's a top driver. You guys have seen him in Giggity and Cringe winning championships over there, so that's definitely going to be somebody to check out as well. The 20 truck is Chase Beatty, 25. The 21 truck is Napafan. 22 truck, Warpig. 23 is Edtho. 24, CTK Mike, the voice of GC Sports, apparently. He likes to talk a lot, is where I'm going with that. 26 of Puddin'. 32, Ty Hazard. 34, Big Higgs. He changed his name too to something different, but he's new to the league and I guess technically everyone's new to this league, but you guys have never seen him as far as Giggity and Cringe, but he's definitely somebody to keep your eyes on. Great driver in that 34. 38 Sean T 420. The 40 truck, Mute Dog, that's the Dirt Dog. 44, Dave Rule, another new guy. He's coming over from the Nascar side. 51, we have the Quack Humor. 52, Keith. 68, Taz Racing. I've actually never seen this guy race, so I'm intrigued to see how that one goes. The 88, Brenda's Beaver. 97, Monster Racing. 98, BBS Brennan. And 99, Shake and Bake. So that's going to be your Monday group. And Grim has joined me now. What's up, Grim?
Not much, man. What's up?
I have 0 people tuned into the YouTube except for myself, so I'm going over the drivers. So if anybody tunes in later and they want to just kind of see, maybe, or check out and see who's racing on their night or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm
Hey,
excited.
there's a plant out
A
there.
plant? All right, it's a plant.
That's unfortunate. Our only viewer is Plant.
Oh man.
I'm just kidding. It's always a good time whenever Plant's somewhere.
But no, we're doing a Q and A. I wanted to question what your thoughts of our debut dash for iRacing
So here's the thing.
Friday night.
That iRacing thing is a whole new ball game to league racing. I've seen a few other leagues that have put it out there, and I mean, it's like you're there. Like, it's so realistic. Of course, you're going to be up in there on the booth on Fridays. You always do a great job. I'm really, really excited in general for the iRacing. But then we seen a race last night with just 9 cars, and the racing was phenomenal. I can't wait to see the 20 something cars that'll be out there come next Friday for the
Oh,
season opener.
I'm so excited too. It brought some action-packed racing Friday night, so I'm excited to see what these guys on the iRacing side. I mean, even I'll be tuning in through the week wise to watch you guys on console. I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. You guys gonna be handing the reins to the week, and I'll finish it out wise for you guys on Friday. So it's gonna be fun to see how the season rolls here for GC Sports.
Yeah, I'm really tickled, and like I said, I'm excited for it. The iRacing side, of course, that's going to be phenomenal. We got the console side, NASCAR Heat 5. They're coming out with a new game end of next week, SRX Racing. That's going to have a lot of dirt racing to it, as they have midgets, trophy trucks, late models, and of course, the SRX car. So I don't think it'll take very long before there's league racing on that game.
Oh no, without a doubt. I haven't got a chance to see the trailer yet, but I know our good old friend Red put one out there wise on his channel. I just haven't got to see it yet.
Yeah, I checked it out. He kind of breaks down, goes over it. That's actually how I knew about all the different series that are there. In the actual trailer, they showed, of course, but definitely Red 4424. Check him out on YouTube. He takes the game and he breaks down every bit of it, from the volume, sound effects, to the graphics that are in play, as well as the graphics that kind of in the background, and he's pretty tickled about it too. So Red 4424, check him out on YouTube, of course.
Oh, so I got some news. I gotta tweak it this week. I'll probably do it on my day off or on Thursday. So I actually was talking to a friend of mine who's actually helped me trying to figure out this overlay stuff. Because again, I'm new to it, to the overlay stuff on iRacing. Supposedly by next week, hopefully for the season opener, I'm gonna be able to have the overlay of the title or the name of the race and everything, and possibly overhead ticker instead of the side ticker. I'm gonna try to get that rolling for next week.
Yeah, that would be cool, as if it like kind of comes across your screen in order like that. I know that, and this is nothing obviously against it, but those of us that, like, I was watching on the Discord, and it was a little bit of a struggle to be able to see the names, but only because Discord, when I turn my
Well,
phone sideways like most video, it
I
doesn't
can
make it a big screen.
I just didn't want to stretch it that far. I can actually make that bigger. I can probably make it so it goes the whole way down on the left side.
Oh, so you're telling me is my problem was because of you?
Yeah,
I was just messing with you. No, but
I can change it. I just didn't know how big it was gonna be on screen, so I just kept it the way it was. But I can make that bigger. I
gotcha.
just I'd have to fix it for Friday. If I don't get the ticker from across the board working, I'll just use for right now. We'll improve over the season. I'll figure stuff out, change everything through the season here. So
Yeah, we everyone's got to kind of bear with when it comes to the hold on.
but I I just saw though. Did you see the views we had from the Dasher Friday night?
Yeah, actually, so we now have just a couple races, or we have the Welcome to GC Sports, the introduction to the league that we did, and then on top of that, we have the dash race from the other day, and both of them, I believe, have over 200 views already. Or not 200, sorry, have over right around 100 is what I meant to say. I
Yep.
apologize.
The welcome one has 129 views, and the
Dash has 70.
kickoff had 70. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I meant. About 200 views total is. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Dude, I'm just excited. I'm like so excited for this season.
Yeah,
It's gonna be so much fun.
yeah. Actually, in the last within the last 24 hours, we actually went from 44 subscribers to 52. So we gained 8 subs, and basically overnight. And that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you're new, and we haven't even actually put out racing content. Like we put a dash, we have not put out any points racing. So they have 52 live subs. I mean that's huge.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you now. I was actually talking to actually McLovin. So again, he's gonna be running the console and iRacing side for you guys. And I was talking to him and saying I'm really excited about North Wilkesboro for the iRacing side. I feel like that's gonna be some cool racing on an old school track.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool. All right, we're about a quarter of the way into it. We've already gone over Monday nights, right? So let me give the list of Tuesday night drivers. Try to break it up about every 10-15 minutes, and we'll end with the iRacing drivers. Right, so Tuesdays, you have the 00 of Taddy. That's me. 02, Matty Ice. The number 2, Mucka FRR. Number 3, RJ Smitty. He's a return, one of the OGs here at Giggity.
I was gonna say Mucka. You brought Mucka into. Ooh.
Yeah, Mucka's going to be here. That's pretty cool.
I know Mucka. I know, dude. That's good. That's good caliber driver right there.
Yeah, number 4, we have Adam Troutman. Number 8, we have Mo Power Cowboy. That's unfortunate to have a Mo Power guy. No, I'm just kidding. Number 10, we have NF207304. Number 13, the Evo underscore B. Now that guy, I've seen him race in some series on sliders, and when it comes to the Cup and the Xfinity, he may not have all the speed. The guy's good, but when it comes to truck racing, he's got something figured out. He's one of the hardest to beat on slider truck racing. I don't know what it is. Number 15, we have T-Bird. Number 16, we have Low Line himself, Blake E.T. 17 is Icy. 18 of NRG. 20 of Coco Mike. Where did I go there? 21 of I Spun Higgins. 22 is going to be Tackleberry. 23 of Mo Power. Well, he's the Cats now, but it used to be UK Wildcats. 24 Keystone Cowboy making his return. 32 probably your dad. 33 Jay Kelly. He's from Australia. 34 of
Nice.
yeah, 34 of D Smith, 38 Flirt with Disaster, Mo Power Disaster, whatever you want to call him. 44 is Heavy Duty, 45 Brian SP, 51 A Stags, 52 Nike Boy Will 12, 74 the old guy Smitty, 88 of Justin Shackett, 97 of Monster Pollock, 98 of Country Caliber, and the 99 of Got Nub.
Oh, God, no, dude. That guy is good.
Yeah, we did some slider testing Wednesday, I believe. We did the slider race, and that racing, it came out phenomenal. Me, probably your dad, Country Caliber, Justin Shackett was right there, but he was lap down pushing me. Keystone actually saved like 5 laps fuel to make it to the end, but we had about 6 trucks there at the end battling for the win, and coming off 4, probably your dad went to the outside. I was the leader holding the bottom, but probably your dad ended up with the victory by less than 1/100th of a second. So what a finish we had. And that was just a test run with only 20 trucks out there, and we're going to have 30 come on Monday and Tuesday. So it'll be a blast to see.
So full field. Ooh, that ought to be interesting.
Yeah, we 30 is as many as we can get to still have a two-person broadcast team. So unfortunately, the game only allows 32 trucks on the track at once. So that's what we're going with. But it should be, I mean, should be a good time. Now, something that we mentioned prior, but the trucks are going to not have any cautions. So wrecks are going to happen. It's kind of a given. Sorry, Plants out there. He likes the peeps, the amount of drivers that we're going to have, the caliber of drivers. That's just the slider side. We haven't even gotten into the customs yet.
Oh yeah.
But, right, so There's no cautions. They're gonna have black flags, but no cautions. They're gonna have to pit because it's times two wear, right? So that's gonna happen. That's exactly what we ran for the test run. The 100% races times two wear with the black flags on. Few people had pit road penalties, but that happens at super speedways regardless. When you take green flag stops, as the guy behind you might go in a little hot and bump you and speed you both up. But um, again, we're not looking for only 10 drivers are going to advance from each night to the Xfinity Series. And the no cautions, I understand that's difficult for some people. You get involved in an accident that may have nothing to do with your own fault. However, we're trying to see who's going to try to overcome that, right? The goal is nobody wants to watch your top Cup Series, which originally is going to start with the least amount of drivers, right? So when you make it to the Cup Series, I don't want somebody up there that's going to spin out and back out because he's upset that he lost, right? Um, what this is going to benefit is those people that even if they're having a bad race, they stick with it and they run a 100% race. Because if you get spun out in stage one early in the race, well, you still have two stages to try to surpass people, right? You're going to have people that do, they're not necessarily going to back out, but you might have a few guys that back out, as well as other crashes will happen, right? And so there's still the opportunity to pick up positions. You might not get stage points, but you might end up, instead of a 30th place finish for 2 points, you might end up with a, say, 12th, 13th place because you were able to get back on the lead lap. A big wreck happened, stage three, you pass half the field. Like stuff like that could happen. Your odds of winning are probably pretty minimized, but your odds of getting a lot of points are still going to be there. So that's really what I'm interested in seeing as far as the no cautions aspect of it. Uh, right. Still trying to get Graham over there to race on the console side, but he's a little preoccupied.
They got a whole lot going on.
Always worth a shot, but yeah, old Grim will not be on the track with us, unfortunately. Man, I really thought this Q&A would get some people's attention where they'd want to get on and answer or ask something, but not so much. It doesn't bother me too bad. Like I said before you joined, Grim, if somebody does not want to get in here and talk or ask questions, that just simply says to me they already know what's going on and that there should be no issues on the track because everybody already understands everything.
So what do you guys have planned for Wednesday night? You saying, well, as you said, you've done the truck guys for Tuesday. What do you guys got planned for Wednesday?
Right, so Wednesday and Thursday is going to be the custom side of the league. Same concept is going on, the exact same rule package, right? So pretty excited for it. It's the same concept of I really want to see who's going to stick with it. Now, the custom side tends to have a little bit more upset people simply because, well, they work really hard on making a setup. And if you get wrecked right out the gate and your race is kind of ruined, that stinks. But if you really have that good of a truck, especially on the custom side, say you built the fastest truck that's out there, it's going to show you're going to have the fastest lap. Now, the custom side, one thing I'm going to do with them that I'm not doing on the slider side, the fastest lap will receive an extra point, 1 point, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it does add up because stage points are worth 1 through 10, right? Say you don't end up in the stage points, you might finish 30th in stage one, but end up with the fastest lap at the end of the race. At least you got one extra point over somebody that didn't. So I'm only doing that on the.
That could actually be a benefactor going in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm only doing that on the custom side simply because on the custom side, right, you're going to have people who are working really hard on making their setups. The game didn't just give them one, right? So somebody that just threw in a YouTube setup and is running kind of nonchalant at a draft track, yeah, that might have been why they had the fast lap. But at the majority of the rest of the tracks, that aren't super speedway, you're not going to have the fastest lap if you don't have one of the fastest trucks out there. Now, the absolute fastest truck may not be the one that gets the fast lap because somebody might have, rode behind him for a lap or two. But in order to even ride with that guy, you got to have a pretty good setup yourself. So I think after week one or the super speedway races, I think that extra point is really going to start coming into play where people are trying to get those hot laps. But the catch 22 to that though too, is that where you're going to aim for, that 1 point in a hot lap truck, or are you going to aim for a long run truck? So it's going to, I think it'll shake things up a little bit given those extra points.
I mean, coming from experience, if I were them in the custom side coming this
Yeah, I mean, it's really one of those you want to be fast at the gate, in case it's a. But with no cautions, there will not be any short run racing. It's guaranteed because there's no cautions come out to make it a short run race. So it's
I
all
mean,
going to be about that.
if you look at me, Taddy, there's not many chances I could probably want to race if there was caution.
Yeah, that's why I mean,
Really,
and that's the positive right here too. So at the end of a race, if you're out of contention, it also is not allowing somebody to like that's not racing the leaders, that's a half a track behind. They can't wreck and decide who's going to end up winning it and end up being one of the guys that win it themselves. But yeah, it'll be pretty fun. Real quick, I'll go over the Wednesday drivers list for the custom side. Just this is Wednesday, not both nights, just Wednesday. So I myself will be driving the double zero. You're going to have Ty Mack in the 02. He's the Nascar CEO. Adam Troutman, yet again, there he is, running the 4 truck. Wicked Gatekeeper in the 8 truck. FMF, yes, FMF the YouTuber, he's going to be driving the 10 truck. P. Cola Gator is in the 13. T-Bird in the 15. Caleb Hunt in the 16. You may know him more as Gunner 433421, some number order. Uh, Anyways, that's his old PSN. Do the do underscore or yeah, do the do. He's going to be running the 17. The Private Pat, and I spoke about him on the slider side. He's one of the top drivers for sure, but he's going to be driving the 18 truck. I spun Higgins in the 20, Napa Fan in the 21. A driver returning. He used to race in Giggity, but he now races all the time in Old School Motorsports. That would be Golf Nut in the 22.
oh wow,
Flash,
good to see him back.
yeah, Flash 9 is going to be in the 23 truck. It's Your Bro Chase in the 24 truck. Put in the 26. The 32 will be Rubbin' 'em. NASCAR 82 FK in the 34. Billy Holcomb, he'll be in the 38. Eagles in the 40. Heavy Duty in the 44. Extreme Racing, another one of those drivers that I didn't know before the preseason races, but I seen him race out there. He's pretty good. He'll be in the 45. The Quack Humor in the 51. Keith in the 52. NASCAR Extreme, he's also a YouTuber. Sure, you guys have heard of him. He'll be in the 74. Nuka Bob Quantum in the 88. Cola Motorsports in the 98. And Got Nub in the 99. There's one driver missing off that list that I'm still waiting to hear from, that he just recently got in on the iRacing side but wants to race on the custom side as well. You guys may or may not have heard of him. That name would be Max Boost, Maxwell Castro. Let's see. That would be this guy right here. That would be Max Boost out there. He's trying to get in and race with us, so that would be pretty cool.
Too bad there's not a good gear wrench truck for him.
Yeah, that's no joke. He might be, if they had if Gear Wrench was allowed to be a sponsor, he might be the one guy that'd be like, you know what, go ahead and run a custom. I say one guy on that night. He would be, if he runs, he'd be the only prior Pro League driver on Wednesdays. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and just get the rest of the customs out of the way. I'll go ahead and talk about Thursday's drivers. Thursdays is full right now. No open slots. There's all 30 drivers there. We have Travis Tyson in the 02. He's another guy I've never seen race. He was unable to make the warm-up races, so haven't seen him. You guys may or may not have heard of this name, JCR McLovin. He'll be in the 2 truck.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Denkate in the 3. Austin Moore in the 4. You guys may not know him. Anybody that's came over here from the Sim Racing League to become a viewer or has raced over there, they know who he is. Fat Taco Saab, he raced a couple seasons ago with the Giggity Racing League, and here he is making his return in the 8 truck. Our
Fat Taco who raced dirt,
yes,
guys?
yes.
Ah, nice.
Our only female in the field, we're going to have Sammy Lunatic in the number 10, driving the Jennifer Dro Cobb Chevrolet, but she's an 18-year-old girl. I don't know much about her. Some people said she was really fast, and then I just happened to start checking small-time leaderboards in the truck series, and when you know it, there's that name. Keeps popping up in a few here and there, so Sammy Lunatic, our only female in the 10. Pro League driver, number 13, DK Brown. Maybe you guys have heard of him, maybe you haven't, but he'll be in that truck right there, the 13. The 15 truck, our old Canadian Ryan Morgan, he's making his return back to the Giggity Cringe. He used to race in both, but he's RKM in the 15, making his debut this coming Thursday for GC Sports. The 16 truck, you may or may not have heard of him, Mike RPM, Mike Brass, Pro League driver in the 16. The 17, we got another FRR driver. That's Bad Fast Marley will be driving that machine. JCR JWOW in the 18. I think this guy's fairly new, but Chewy 7787 in the 20. Sludge in the 21. Another new guy that I've never seen race, but John Meyer in the 22. Edtho in the 23, Coach Matt McLovin's buddy there in the 24, a guy named Portal Guy in the 26, our Australian buddy Jay Kelly, he's in the 33 racing some custom. The 38, that's going to be D Smith, our dash winner from the iRacing side last night. In the 40, another Pro League driver, we have the Bear underscore 95 in the 40 truck on Thursdays. Another new guy here, Frost Fang in the 44. Dr. Robbie Bobby in the 45. JCR Greg the Best in the 51. 52 is going to be NRG. 74 Kyle 5 Larson. I've raced with him just a few times, but yeah, he'll be in the 74. 87, good buddy of mine, and anybody that's been around any of the racing, but especially that was around at the beginning of the Giggity when it first started, we have Fluffy returning in the 87 truck. 88, yeah, 88's Buck Racing. 97, Bobby Lee Marshall, aka Little Man. 98, Country Caliber. 99, Shake and Bake. So that's your drivers on the console side of GC Sports.
That's some hitters, man. Holy crap.
There's some heavy hitters there on Thursday. Uh, you know,
You're starting to make me feel old here, Taddy. Man, I mean, I'm a season 3 driver for you guys, but dang.
yeah, there's some heavy hitters. And the best part is all the way around. Like, not one of those lists that we've now listed off on the console side, whether it be slider, custom, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it doesn't matter. All 4 nights, there's some heavy hitters. And just keep in mind when you all those lists that you just heard, 30 drivers, and you're probably listing off 15, 20 drivers that all should be Cup or Xfinity Series caliber, and only 10 advance from those truck series into the Xfinity Series. So it's going to be interesting. Plant's all excited that Fluffy's making his return. Honestly, bud, so are we all. Alright, let's see. We'll go over the iRacing side. Are you on the iRacing? Let's see.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and just say the drivers and their numbers for me?
We have a couple that actually don't have their name or their numbers into their rides, but I'm guessing they'll figure that out here soon. So we're going to start out here, wise. We're going to be having UK Wildcats in the iRacing side. He just hasn't picked his number yet. We also got Taddy, which he'll soon be coming to that side as well.
Yeah, I'm not racing right out the gate. I'm in the chat simply for the broadcast aspect of it.
Maybe you'll be getting that PC, so we'll be able to get you up in a ride, get you on there. Next, we're gonna have Pendle. Well, everybody knows No Shift Pendle. He'll get mad at me if I say it that way, but he's gonna be driving the number 94 this season for the iRacing side. We also got a guy by the name of Colton. He hasn't put his
That's Hunty.
Oh, it's Hunty.
That's Hunty, yeah.
He hasn't put his name or his number out yet for what he's driving, but he'll be with us this season. We're gonna have Plant in the 21. You saw him; he was mixing it up on next to guys in the dash race.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened. Plant led laps. That's how crazy the iRacing side is. Yeah, that's how crazy the iRacing side is. Plant led laps. Go ahead, bud.
D Smith here in the 48. He had a beautiful looking 48 car Friday night. I don't know if that just for a little test to him, but let's see what he brings back on this coming Friday. We also have El Parco in the 56. He was leading some laps really fast out the gate on the for iRacing Super Speedway this past Friday. We also got
Nanner, I believe he's going to be making a appearance on iRacing. He just hasn't set his number yet. We got Higgins in the '07. I don't think he actually made a debut Friday night. I think he had some other things going on. We also have
Eric, I can't pronounce that last name.
That's country. That's country.
That's Country Caliber in the 11. He actually had a somewhat odd race. He was running good, just misfortune. We got Enoch in the 22. He didn't make his debut that night either. We also got Axon Jackson in the 2. That was Axon Jackson. In the 2, he actually had a good run majority of that race. We got F and F. He actually never, he had something planned that night, so he never got the debut that night. We have Flirt, Mr. Flirt there. He was running pretty good last night, or Friday night, in the 1 car for this season. We also got the lo to behold legend Cole over here in the 5. He was running good Friday night as well. Then we got P. Cola Gator in the 53. We also have McLovin, but he hasn't yet to put a number for his name either. We also got Buck in the 12. He I don't think he raced Friday night as well. We also have Max Boost on the iRacing side too. He hasn't picked a number for him yet. And then we got the Bud Man, Coco Money Mike in the 4. And then we also have Napa Fan in the 9. Owen Briggs in the 77.
It's Nuka.
Nuka in the 77 for this season. That is, I don't know his gamer tag for.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what his name. But Robert in the 24th for the season, and then another. That was F and F setup. All right, and then F and F in the number 28 for this season. So we got that's just for right now, and we're gonna be probably adding more on later. So it's a big heavy hitters coming here for the iRacing side. It's gonna be really interesting Friday nights.
Yeah, I think anywhere you look, like I said, this GC Sports kickoff season is going to be huge. There's a lot of top drivers. I mean, it's cool getting drivers like No Shift Pendle. I'd say it's cool bringing people like El Parco back, but we all know how I feel about him. No, I'm just playing. It's good to see Dean coming back. Miss the little feller, and there's a few other guys actually that I've been in talks with that really want to get into the iRacing side of the league. However, unfortunately, we're trying to, because this is new to us. We've done the Heat 5 console stuff. We know what we're doing over there. We're not so sure what we're doing on the iRacing side, so we're trying to give that to you guys, some action, some good racing, open the doors up to some of the PC drivers that we got. However, we don't want to overload ourselves and end up with 50, 60 drivers when we have no idea what we're doing, trying to get them on track and tell them what to do, and we ourselves don't know what we're doing. So, right, we kind of capped out at about, I think, 20, 21 drivers, I think is what we capped out at.
I think that's what it is.
But we'll definitely season 2. We'll get a little more into it, and I believe there's talks about Street Stock Series, Dirt Series over there. So there's more opportunities as this season progresses. Maybe for some short, small series over the weekend. 5-6 week series. So there's more opportunity. Hopefully we can expand on that. But as of right now, we're looking at just the Cup Series on Friday for the 2021 drivers. And again, after we start understanding what we're doing, we'll probably open that up to some more drivers.
Oh, and a side note, Chatty. I know you guys came in on the guys who did view Friday night with Plant been in the chat here. They were actually running the old gen cars because they were having issues with RPM issues this past Friday. Coming as of next Friday, you will be seeing them gentlemen in the brand new gen cars that will be coming out next year that are going to be on iRacing. So you'll be getting to see the Mustang, the new Camaro, and the new Camry all coming out live on track at iRacing Super Speedway Friday night.
Did they get the RPM thing figured out?
The fixed setups on there, it's kind of hard to fix just an RPM issue.
Well,
Unless you somebody builds a setup and then you have to do it custom and run just that.
right, that's what I'm asking on that because last I knew, Coco just said yesterday that they plan on running the old gen this coming Friday for the Super Speedway, and then go to the next gen cars the following week for race number 2.
Yeah, because they're having issues. If the RPM stayed where they were, if they would have ran on Friday night, you'd have seen a lot of people blowing the motors.
Right, so at the Super Speedway, at the iRacing Super Speedway, you guys will not see the next gen as of right now. You guys are going to see them week 2. But, I mean, still, the series is for the Cup Series, so I guess, realistically, whether it be the next gen or the current gen, either way, you're going to see Cup racing with some of the finest iRacing drivers out there, and El Barco as well. So, it'll be fun for sure. I think there's a little bit for everyone, and I think it's going to be exciting. After tuning in last night, I myself know that I had a blast watching it. I was all over the place watching 3 different screens, trying to figure out what I was doing, trying to help with the broadcast. I was playing with Discord, getting people in and out of chats. That was always fun. Of course, I had to take Plant from the race chat into the broadcast chat at one point, but that's cool being able to bring drivers under caution and stuff like that. Get to talk to them kind of like it's a real life broadcast, which is always neat. So we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot now that we didn't do in the past. One thing I want people to know, and this is a Q&A, right? But there's nobody out there asking questions, so we've kind of turned it more into about the league. But when I myself, as a CEO, a lot of drivers know me. They've heard of my name. They've seen me in the past. I've run big leagues. The league that I ran that was really big, Giggity Racing League, became cringe. Now we've closed doors there, opened up GC Sports. That league was not made or designed to be a big league. However, we have transitioned from what was supposed to be a small-time racing league that more for fun than anything. We have transitioned from that to become what we expect to be an uber competitive league. No matter what game we put out there, we want to put on the best action you guys can see. We want some of the best drivers you can find on the system, and we want to make this, whether it be console, whether it be PC, it doesn't matter. We want the best of the best out there, and we want to put on the best racing for you guys, and it's now built for that. Everything has been designed to work your way from the bottom up and make yourself earn your way to be known as one of the top drivers.
And that's why we love you as a leader there, Patty.
I stepped away I stepped away when it was Giggity at the time. I stepped away. I went and ran with Robbie, helped him run another league, and then, of course, it was small. They did one season. That was it, which, by the way, Billy Holcomb was the champion over there. But we had, while I was over there running that, NRG, some of the Mo Power guys, they took over what was Giggity, named it Cringe, hence the GC Sports. It's Giggity Cringe. It didn't go so well necessarily. They tried, they put their effort into it, but it's not as easy as a person thinks, and especially stepping in with how big of a league that already was, that had to have been hard. I have feelings for them on that because I know running it when it was me was hard as heck, so it had to have been hard for these guys to just take over and just automatically have that many drivers. So it's hard to do, and we already have over, well, let's see, on the console side alone, we have about 85 drivers. Then we have another 10, 15 on the iRacing that don't do console. So we already have about 90 drivers. And it's all designed for there still to be elevation and places to go and move up. It's not like it was before where we started with 10, 12 people and that we were kind of maxed out and then people kept coming and we had to adjust the rules on the fly. This whole thing has been designed from the ground for another couple hundred people to be able to get in and race, whether it be console, whether it be PC, whether it be Heat 5, whether it be iRacing, whether it be the SRX game, whether it be Tony Stewart's All-American. Anything that we bring in is going to be designed for this league to grow. We are doing this for the gaming community. I'm not taking this time just for me. I take pride in how the league runs, but I'm not getting anything out of this. Everything that we do here at GC Sports is for the fans, the drivers, the viewers, everybody, our broadcast team. It's all for you guys. On that note, since we're not getting any questions out there in the YouTube land, I think we're going to go ahead and just call this a broadcast. You guys have heard all the drivers, every driver that we have coming up, the ones that are sitting in the waiting list right now. You've heard everything. You've seen some of the racing, whether it be from my personal stream that I had, whether it be from this YouTube for the iRacing dash race that we had the other day. Uh, Grim and I got some Pro League qualifying. Well, I know I got some Pro League qualifying to attempt and probably miss out on, but definitely try it. Um, Grim's got probably some food to eat, yeah?
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna.
Don't you have a? Oh wait, you have a pizza ready, right?
Nah, not today. Not today. And I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to not be one of those drivers this season that pulls over in the middle of a race to go eat pizza. But
I still remember that. I still remember that. You're like, Teddy's off track. Wonder what's going on. Oh, I got pizza orders, guys. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, when the pizza gets here, the pizza gets here. Can't control it. So, all right, thank you guys for tuning in. My PM's always open, whether it be on Discord or Facebook. But please write me on my Facebook account, Aquataddy, not my private one. Anyways, other than that, any questions? You can always get a hold of Grim. You can get a hold of me. We got Coco Mike, also he's the guy kind of running everything on the iRacing side. Of course, he's getting help from Grim. Any questions really at all, ask anybody that I just mentioned or Grim mentioned on the driver's list, and they'll get you in the right direction of who you need to talk to. So, to everybody, thanks for tuning in. Billy Holcomb late just a little bit, but at least Billy's in the house. Thanks for tuning in as we're getting off air. But yeah, so any questions, just get a hold of us. Anything else, Grim?
No, man. I'm just excited for the season. Hopefully, I can mix up a little bit of appearance for you guys on Friday night. So, um, again, thank you all so much again for having me as a broadcaster for you guys on the iRacing side. I really appreciate it.
Now we appreciate the fact that you're going to be out there helping us, and thanks to Enoch, D. Smith, myself, Grim, and Icy. That's going to be your main broadcasters throughout the season. They're going to have some help in the commentary, but that's the main broadcast team. So thanks to all those guys, and for the first time in a long time, I am thoroughly excited for this season to get going. So thank you to everybody that's brought the excitement back to me, and I hope that we can bring the fun back to the gaming for you guys. On that note, we'll see you guys all Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern. We're going to be going live. D. Smith will have the coverage for you as the Slider Series #1 on Monday is going to get going. Green flag about 8:05ish, but the broadcast should be live around 8 o'clock. So tune in Monday to all the viewers out there. And other than that, thank you. Have a good Saturday. We'll see you on Monday. Oh, hold on. The broadcast is still live. I got Highside Broadcasting out there. Waved his hand. I don't know if you're just saying hi or if you got a question. I'll give you about 1 minute to type a question in. After that, then I'm exiting the broadcast.
The timer is ticking.
Yep.
Answer your question.
I mean, I'm sure he was just waving to say hi, but I seen it there just as I was getting ready to go off air, so I want to make sure that we give anybody an opportunity to ask anything. So
Oh, most definitely.
I think everything was pretty well covered, though, throughout the rules process. The only thing, again, that this is very imperative, people need to know, you get 2 weeks in a row. If you're an issue, you're out. You'll no longer be a member of the league on that individual night. Your slider side doesn't affect your customs. All right, well, thanks for tuning in then, Eagles. He said he's just messing with us. But, yeah, so if you mess up twice in one night, or twice in 2 weeks consecutive, or once in 2 weeks consecutive, you're going to be asked to leave the league. There's a zero tolerance policy. Again, we want to be an uber competitive league. We understand there's people that are just joining, so I will evaluate that when looking at that process. But you can't be uber competitive when you got somebody out there trying to take out the field, or when you got somebody that just thoroughly doesn't care what they're doing. So it's kind of catch-22. Yeah, we want to have fun, but yeah, there's competitive side of all these drivers, and I don't want to hear no hollering and screaming because this guy keeps taking somebody out every week. If you keep taking people out every week, you're not going to be here anymore. So again, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you Monday.